I am thinking of breaking things off with the guy I've been seeing for a year and a half, long post incoming. For context, spring of 2022 I met this really nice guy in our hometown and we hit it off. We spent the summer hanging out and getting to know each other, but from the get-go we were honest about living in different states. I was temporarily headed west in the fall for a year and he does winters in FL and summers in New York, so we knew we'd eventually part ways. However, we agreed we liked each other and wanted to continue seeing each other, and I spent last fall traveling back and forth to see him at least 1 or 2 times a month. We met each other's family and spent the holidays together. Things were great and it felt like it was turning into more, however we never put an official label on things because he didn't want to. I was okay with this because we were basically acting like a couple and things were moving forward, so it wasn't a deal breaker then. Come Jan he went back to FL and out of nowhere said he needed to take a step back and broke things off with me. It really hurt me because I felt confused, and thought things were going well. It sucked, but I agreed to give him space until he would continuously reach out, and I even went to go visit him twice. However, the dynamic felt unhealthy and confusing and I tried cutting things off, but he would say things like, "I'm ready to settle down, I see you as the mother of my children someday," and basically just things that made me feel our future had some potential. But even after trying again, the long distance made things challenging and the communication has always been off, and I'm pretty sure we were both casually trying to see other people too. Eventually by late spring we lost touch. Fast forward to this summer, I moved back to the East Coast and he's here too, and we've tried getting together about once a week, but I still find myself confused. I don't trust him, because of what happened earlier this year, so I'm scared of getting close. Plus he will go back to FL after the holidays again anyways. Our communication is still lacking. In between dates I don't think he makes enough of an effort to check in and ask me how I'm doing. And even though we have a nice time when we're together, I still feel disconnected from him. Now that I'm in one place, I'm ready to make room for someone who wants to be serious, which I've told him, but he says he has commitments issues and wants something chill, but really likes me and wants to explore this. So when I asked if this was just casual, he said no, it's more than that. But it just confuses me. A part of me feels like he's also not done exploring his options, and a stupid side note, but he's always following new girls he meets or random girls on social media, which does sting sometimes if I dwell on it, and another part of me feels his efforts aren't enough for me. I'm not perfect by any means, but I'm willing on working and improving on things if that same level of commitment is reciprocated. I can't fully tell if I am settling, or if maybe I am just being too hard on him and the situation. I just feel like I know what I want from someone, but maybe I need to be more understanding, more patient, and let things and people evolve with time. For those who make long-term relationships last, how do you make it work? Or when do you know that even though you care about someone and want it to work, accept that it's not and move on? Next story 2. My girlfriend isn't really respecting my time. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not going to break up with her. She's funny, adorable, cares for me, does a ton of things for me without asking, compliments me, and makes me so happy. I've read enough of the sub to know people just default to she's selfish and doesn't care about you. Break up. Okay. Now with that out of the way. My girlfriend and I go to the gym 3 days a week. It's always Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 11 a.m. We keep it consistent so there are no surprises and we are both on the same page. Well, lately I have been taking a little too long to get all my exercises in compared to her. Understandable, since I do a full body workout every day and she doesn't do nearly as much as me. I'm also a foot taller, a man, and weigh almost double as she, so she obviously takes shorter to complete her workout. Well, today I decided to leave a little early to help out this minor issue. Often, when she is done working out, she will come to me and tell me to pick up the pace because she's done and hungry. All fine. I try to cut out extra stuff that I hit heavy last gym day and it works out. Anyway, I went in at 10 o'clock after talking with her, and we agreed that she would separately join me at our normal time at 11 o'clock. This way I could get in all my upper body workouts in the first hour, the stuff she doesn't do, and we would work out together on the leg machines, the stuff we both do. Well, at 11:30 I started to get worried. She hadn't showed up, so I messaged her telling her I was ready to do lower body exercises. She said she'd be there soon. I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'll just do a little extra. No big deal. I can work out usually about 2.5 H maximum. I need to get protein, sugar, and rest after this amount of time. Well, 1 o'clock rolls around, I've been there 3H now, and she's still not there. I've done so many things that I'm absolutely exhausted. I couldn't do any more arms, so I decided to do leg press. My legs were still fresh and it was max day today. I had over 600 pounds loaded on the leg press and needed a spotter. BC, I don't have knee wraps. She is always my spotter. I message her again to see if she's driving. Nope. She tells me she's thinking about making scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs. Wow. I'm hoping she's going to show up 2H late and she's now finally thinking about making herself breakfast. I feel like she left me at the gym all alone today. I don't appreciate people being late. She's late so often. So many times I'm waiting to pick her up for things and I'm waiting in my car for a long time. Yesterday she said she would be over at my house at 1 o'clock to relax and read Reddit. She showed up 1.5 H late. Last Saturday, gym day, we waited a small while for her to get outside, so we arrived 30 m late to the gym. Sometimes, yes, I'm a little late too. But I always try my best to communicate when I'll be a little late. I was completely blindsided when she said she was thinking about making breakfast 3H into my workout. Am I overreacting? She always apologizes when she's late and says she will do her best to be on time next time. Sometimes she does good on this promise. Other times she is hours late. Should I sit down and have a serious talk about this? Well, she finally got in her car 3.5 H later. I was so exhausted from head to toe. I was shaking from fatigue. I called her and she was finally ready to go. It took her 10 m to arrive. She pulled in and comes into the gym. I want a hug. I'm using a lot of effort to stand up straight as I see her walking into the gym, and she scans her gym membership and walks right by me. Doesn't really even look at me. She does this when she's upset. I don't even know what I did wrong. I'm very gentle with her, asking how the eggs were and if she's okay, and she gives me short responses. I completely ignore that she's super late. I definitely didn't bring up that she was hours and hours late. I try to talk with her and she's just short with me. Why is she upset? I'm always understanding and gentle with her, but I think this is going too far. Well, she'll be home in probably an hour. I'm making her pierogies and beef so she doesn't have to make herself food when she's tired after her workout. I always cook for her like this. Should I talk to her as she eats? Wait until after? Should I bring it up at all since she's upset about something? It's the classic, men. We don't know what we did jingle. I feel like I should be upset, but here I am making her a meal so she can just come home, eat and relax. I'm not upset with her. Just feel a little confused. Comment. Wait until she's done eating, and then bring it up to her. And why aren't you upset? A little upset is self-protective. You don't have to be an ah about it, but firmly letting someone know that what they did wasn't okay is a way to gain respect, unless you're afraid of how she'll react. Sounds a bit toxic, not worth breaking up, but definitely needs addressed. It's actually a good opportunity to set a standard for arguments/discussions. Make sure you both have ample time to express your concerns and issues. Let her go first and listen and actually try to understand why she feels that way. Then you go and ask her for the same courtesy. Every relationship has these kind of issues, and talking and communicating properly is a super healthy tool to have in your bag. So she told me that she feels like I left her at the gym alone. I told her that I was sorry and she was right. I left her at the gym. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sure that made her feel uncomfortable, unappreciated, and even lonely to just leave her there. I was being selfish and only thinking about myself. I should have been more prepared to stay there longer because she deserves to work out with me. I went on to say that in the future, I'll be better about when I go to the gym, and what time she is available to get there too, so we can both be there at the same time and work out like we usually do. I don't understand why she was upset at me upon arriving though. Her story kind of conflicts because she was upset before she knew I was going to leave the gym. Maybe she assumed that since I was there almost 4h that I'd go? I don't know, but when I got there, she was already upset, pre me leaving. So I'm still not sure.